Hello and welcome. We're going to get right into it, finding a nice comfortable seat, whatever that means for you, and then placing a hand over the heart and a hand over the belly. Gently close your eyes and ground down through the sit bones, lengthening the spine up, noticing your body and noticing your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, we'll bring the hands to the mat in front of you and start to feel into the body, pressing down through the shins, down through the hands. Arch the spine and look up to the sky, and exhale, round the spine, press down through the hands, down through the knees, bring that mid-spine to the sky. Inhale, open up, chest forward, gaze high, moving with the breath here. That is the essence of this whole practice, is connecting the mind with the movement and the breath. So feel into the whole body as you move. And we're going to go ahead and warm into the wrists a little bit. I like to flip my palm upside down, flip my fingers to the side, behind. Do what feels good here. I like to make little circles with the shoulders, rolling around on the rim of the palm, and just apply more or less pressure where you feel like it's needed. We're just warming up this area so that it doesn't get sore later. And one more cat-cow. Inhale up. And we're going to tuck the toes under, press back to down dog. We can widen the stance if that feels good. Shake out the legs, stretching out through the tops of the feet. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Come high to the toes. Shift those heels over to the left, getting long through the right side body. Inhale, hips high, heels high, and shift the heels to the right, getting long through the other side of the body. Breathe in, breathe out, come back to center. Still on the toes, we're going to bend the knees, bringing the shins parallel to the floor. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to hold this right here, getting strong through the core. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. This time we're going to shift the weight forward so that your wrists are just underneath the shoulders. And we're going to hold really strong here. And straighten, bend once again, shifting that weight over the wrists. We're distributing the weight evenly here through the toes, the wrists, the core. Moving with the breath as you exhale, straightening those legs. Inhale, shins come parallel to the floor. Fire up through the core. Breathe in. Breathe out. And shake out those legs a little bit. We're going to slowly walk to the top of your mat, finding a forward fold. Let the head hang heavy here. I like to grab opposite elbows, relaxing through the spine. Now bring the hands to the heart. We're going to slowly roll up to standing. And at the very top, we're going to take a deep breath through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. Find your center for a moment. Take this time to set your intention. This can be an intention for the rest of your day or an intention for the rest of your practice. Maybe there's an affirmation that you're working on that you'd like to keep in mind. Whatever that intention is, it will serve as an anchor for you to come back to during your practice or during your day when things start to get challenging. And then take a deep breath in, reach the arms high, coming to prayer, swan dive forward, fold. And step that left leg back. We're going to find a nice stretch through that right hip flexor. You can even bow the head towards the knee if that feels good. And then we're going to energetically pull the feet towards each other to lift the hips and find a strength pose. Do that as you inhale, and then exhale, let it go again. Inhale, pulling those feet towards each other, and then exhaling, finding that nice organic posture. Inhale, strength, holding strong, lifting up the hands. We sweep both palms back, facing down, holding strong, firing up through the glute. Inhale, exhale. And go ahead and place the hands down, step that front foot back, drop down to the knees, cat-cow. Inhale, exhale. Realigning the body, go ahead and push back to down dog. We're going to step the left foot forward, doing the other side here. Stretch through that hip flexor. Bow the head if it feels good. And on your next breath, pull the feet towards each other energetically and find that static pose. Exhaling back down. Inhaling, pulling those feet towards each other energetically, squaring off the hips. Exhale down. Inhale, finding that strength. Holding strong, lifting the hands, firing up through the core. Sweep both arms back, palms face down. Fire up through that glute. Breathe in. And step up to chair. You want to find your weight in your heels here. Strength through the thighs. You can bring the hands in front of you. Bring it behind your head, out front, whatever feels good here. Hold strong and breathe. Fold forward when you're ready. Interlace the fingers at the low spine. Go ahead and send those knuckles up and over if it feels good. If it doesn't, just grab opposite elbows here. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. Release the hands. Bring the fingertips to the mat. And we're going to bring the hips to the heels. Little deep knee bend here. And then go ahead and straighten the legs out. Back to your fold. One more time. Hips to heels. Deep knee bend. And back to your fold. Bring the hands to the heart. Round the spine all the way up to standing. And for just a moment, ground through the feet. Center once again. Deep breath. Intention in mind. Breathe and feel your feet on the ground. And take a deep breath in. Reach the arms high. Exhale, fold forward. Fingers to the mat. Little bend in the knees and step the right foot back. Finding this strength here. And then we're going to come into that organic energy by dropping that knee down and just stretching through the hip flexor. Bow the head if that feels good. And then finding that energy again, pulling the feet together energetically. And then dropping the knee back down. Finding that nice stretch. One more time. Lifting the hips and finding your strength pose. We're going to step that foot up to meet the other one and come to our chair. Reach the arms high for this one. Feel strength through the core, weight in the heels, strength in the thighs. A little slight scoop of the tailbone. Gaze high. Exhale, fold forward. Round the spine. Inhale, straighten. And step the other foot back. Finding that strength through the hips, energetically pulling the feet towards each other, and then exhaling, relaxing that knee down, and finding a nice stretch through the flexor. One more time, inhale, strength through the hips. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, strength. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, lift the knee and the hips, and then slide that foot to meet the other one and find your chair. Here, we're going to really settle into this one. Take a few breaths. Come back into your intention for a moment, your reason for being here. Ground strong through the heels. Find your strength in your core. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a straight spine, bend the knees, and step that right foot back. We're going to fire up through the core, sweep both arms back, palms down. Inhale, sweep high. Keeping those hips nice and square. Sweep low as you exhale, move with the breath. Inhale high and exhale low. Energetically pulling those feet towards each other is going to help to square those hips off to the front of your mat. Exhaling, sweeping low. Inhaling, sweeping high. Again, connecting that breath with the movement. Inhale, step the right foot up to meet the left and find your chair again, firing up through those thighs, reaching high this time. Breathe in and breathe out, holding strong and finding your intention. Lift the left foot and step it all the way back, finding that same lunge on the other side, energetically pulling the feet together to square the hips, sweeping low, palms down. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, sweep low. Moving with the breath here. So if I'm moving a little fast or a little slow for your breath, that's okay. Move at your own pace. Exhale down. Inhale high. Keeping that base super strong, you guys. Keeping that energetic pull so that those hips stay square. Inhale, step the left foot up to meet the right and find that chair one more time. Yes, coming back into those thighs. Breathe. And on your next breath, you're going to step that right foot back, turn the toes out to find a goddess position. Here, you want your knees to be right over the ankles. Stretch into it for just a moment. And when you feel like you've got your pose, we're going to reach the arms high. You can bring the hands to the chest in prayer, and we're going to start to lift and lower that right heel up and down. Keep those hips nice and low. The inner thighs are shining forward, right? So that tailbone is even scooped under a little bit. Then we're going to lift that heel high and pulse. Breathe and pulse. Bring it down. Bring the other heel up and down, up and down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold that heel high. Pulse the hips down for 10. Breathe. Be aware of your form, head floating on top of the hips and the shoulders. Lift both heels high. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift both heels high. You can also just hang out in goddess here with the heels down. But if you're feeling that extra oomph, lift and lower. Hold and straighten the legs, point both toes forward, and we're going to fold forward here. Neutralize through the spine. You can even hang the head heavy here if that feels good. Walk the hands over to each side. Just a quick little stretch through the sides of the body, realigning the spine. Breathe. I'm going to go ahead and turn around and lay down on our backs. Grab the opposite elbows, wrists, or fingers here. You can also grab a towel if that feels good. Going to do a little rocking and rolling. This is a really great stretch to neutralize and straighten out the spine, especially after all that work we just did. Take a few breaths here. Come back into the body. We're about to come into the core. I want you to float the legs up, making a right angle shape with the legs. Place the hands on top of the thighs. As you inhale, relax the whole body. Let the knees fall apart. Let the low back pop off the mat a little bit. And as you exhale, we're going to squeeze the knees towards each other as you press the hands into the thighs as strong as you can while bringing that low back towards the mat. This is going to fire up the core. Inhale, we're going to let it go. And as you exhale, squeeze everything together, bringing that low back down, the hands to the thighs. Exhale all the breath. And inhale, release. Exhale, squeezing the knees together, pressing the hands against the thighs, pressing that low back down. Exhale all the breath, tighten up through the core. Inhale, release. Press that spine down. Exhale, press everything together. Knees come together. Hands towards the thighs, back towards the mat. Press, press, press. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze everything together, really lighting up that core. Pressing down through the low spine is going to really get that deep, deep core here. And exhale, bring the knees towards the chest, a little rock and roll, neutralize that low spine. Breathe in, remember why you're here. Now create that right angle again with the legs. Press the low back into the mat and now drop that right heel to the mat. Press down really strong through the palms here. And we're going to breathe and gently drop that heel down. Lift and lower as slow as feels good in the body here. Sometimes slower is more challenging. Keep those palms pressing down strong. We're working the backs of the arms at the same time here. Find your breath. Find your pace. Few more breaths, moving the body with the breath, being aware of that back on the mat. Go ahead and switch legs, nice and slow, gentle tap, pressing down strong through the hands to fire up the back of the arms and grounding that low spine as firm as you can. And this is going to help us reach that deep, deep core. Posture is everything for a movement like this. Breathe and feel. Few more breaths, you guys. Lift and lower just a couple more times. Now bring the feet together, heels together, and slowly drop both heels. Now, if your back is still popping off the mat here, ground really strong through the palms and make the movement just a little bit smaller. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. Lift and lower, moving with the breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Just a couple more times. Find your strength. Dig deep. And go ahead and grab the knees. Hug tight towards the chest. Rock a little bit left and right. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring the feet to the mat. So we bring the feet so that the heels are just barely brushing the tips of the fingers. Go ahead and exhale. Lift the hips high. Now, I don't want you to feel any crunching in the low back. If you still are feeling a little bit of pressure there, think about curving the low spine towards the sky ever so slightly. And this will help to bring that power to the glutes and not the low back. Now, as you inhale, gently lower the hips. Exhale, press the hips high, squeezing the glutes at the top. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press those hips high. Again, squeezing the glutes here. This isn't about pressing the hips super high. That's just going to work your low back, which we are doing a little bit, but we really want to isolate and focus on the glutes here. So squeeze the cheeks together as you exhale. Inhale, gently lower. Move with the breath. Exhale, press. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, down. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, down. Exhale, squeeze. Again, moving with your own breath here. Now hold at the top. Press those palms down really firm. Scoop the tailbone under and take some little pulses. We're just squeezing the glutes together here, not crunching in the low back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Little teeny movements here. Squeezing and breathing for just a few more breaths, keeping those palms grounded strong, scooping the tailbone under. On your next breath, hold and squeeze, grounding really strong through the palms to keep those arms active, and start to lift and lower one heel at a time, keeping that tailbone scooped under and keeping those palms super grounded. Up and down, up and down. Now both heels up. Breathe and reach. Keep those glutes solid. And down. Hold and bring those hips down. Windshield wiper the knees a bit and give yourself a nice hug. Neutralizing that low spine. Rock left and right. Give that low back some love. Rocking left, rocking right. Breathing deep and slow. And release the grip. You can windshield wiper those knees just a bit. Hug and rock to your seat. Gonna squeeze the knees towards the chest as you straighten the spine, and then round out the spine, bringing the forehead towards the knees. One more time, breathe in, straighten the back, squeeze the knees. Stretch out the legs long on the mat. We're going to bend the left knee and hug it towards the chest as you straighten that spine. Flex the other foot. Ground through the tailbone and lift and lower that heel. These can be really, really small movements. We are just working that hip flexor, strengthening through the hips. And then we're going to go side to side. We're almost done, you guys. 2, 1. Now make an L shape. Up and over, like you're drawing a capital L with your heel. Just a couple more times, you guys. Now, if these movements are really slow for you, that's perfectly fine. I'm more worried about form. And go ahead and release. Round the spine, forehead towards knee. And go ahead and bend the other knee. Hug it tight to the chest as you straighten the spine. And set up for the other side. Lift and lower. Breathing strong and steady. Notice any difference, and then go ahead and bring that heel out to the side. Out, out, out. And begin to draw those backwards L's this time. Up and over, up and over. Breathe. And last 2, release. Round the forehead towards the knee. Go ahead and lay down on your back. Reach the arms high. We can windshield wiper the knees left and right here. If available, go ahead and grab your strap here. You can also use your hands for this. We're going to wrap that strap or your hands over the sole of your foot as you straighten the leg. Pull down, squaring the hips. You'll feel that nice stretch through the real top glute near the low spine and the sacrum. I'm going to hold this for 30 seconds. So hold and breathe. Notice the body. Notice how it feels on the mat. Breathe and feel. Every time you exhale, notice that muscle releasing just a little deeper. And we're going to go ahead and release and switch sides. First thing we notice is any difference. Notice if you have a tight side or maybe the side is feeling more limber. Pull the sole of the foot down and feel that hip drop to the mat. Breathe into the area that you feel the stretch the most. Couple more breaths. And release. We're going to bring the knees to the chest for a moment, little squeeze, and then we're going to take your right ankle and place it over the left thigh. As you exhale, press the thighs away from you with the palms as we decompress the low spine, and then bring both legs up, interlacing the fingers behind that left hamstring, and find a nice figure four stretch here. Nice long through the spine, long through the back of the neck, and release. We'll go ahead and switch the legs out. Left ankle over right thigh. Place the hands on the thighs. As you exhale, press the thighs away from you, releasing and decompressing that low spine. Exhale all the breath. And inhale. On your next exhale, interlace the fingers behind that right thigh with a nice long spine. Hug the legs towards your chest and find a nice stretch through that glute. Release both and give yourself a little hug. I'm going to rock and roll up to your seat. Straighten the legs out in front of you. Reach the arms high and then reach for the toes. You can use your strap for this. We're going to start with a long spine, finding a stretch just through the backs of the legs. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then we're going to slowly round the spine, bringing the forehead as close to the knees as we can. Does not have to touch. I always say that if you ever only have time for one stretch, this is the one, you guys. Stretches out the entire back line of the body, from the ankles all the way to the back of the neck. And come on up. Release. Come to your seat, the place where we started. Bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Take a deep breath in as you thank your body for showing up today. Bringing your intention into mind. Send yourself and your body a little I love you and thank you. And with all my love and gratitude, I so appreciate you for showing up today to practice with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.